Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure review. Just to warn you in advance, this will not be an unboxing video. We're going to look at this figure directly mint on card as it is. So, what we have here is the Walking Dead Skybound exclusive Negan. And I purchased this recently at Wax Packs Records and Toys, located in Roselle, Illinois. If you're in the Chicagoland area, I highly suggest you check this place out. So, I think this was like last week. I was at Wax Packs and I was hanging out at the shop for a little bit. And then I was hanging out in the back room and this was hanging on the wall. And I was like asking Aaron, I'm like, dude, is that for sale? And I just had to have it. If you've seen some of my previous Walking Dead videos, you'll know that I'm kind of trying to start up a small collection of Walking Dead figures. More specifically, the smaller figures, not the larger ones. I think this might be maybe one of two or of the comic book versions of the characters. Like, I'm more about the live action version of the figures, but I'm a huge fan of like the original comic book version of Negan. Like, as much as I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan in the AMC live action show, I just have such a like soft spot for how the character was portrayed in the comic book. And one thing I love about this figure too is that it's, you know, the paint application is very limited. It's strictly black and white, but with like blood splatter on them, and I think it looks fantastic. You know, the comic book version of Negan, he's a much bulkier, muscular character, whereas Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you know, he's a much skinnier figure, or I mean character, or I mean he's a much skinnier actor. That's what I mean. You know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's not beefed up and bulked out like comic book Negan. And I don't know, I just love this character so much, especially during the last year of the Walking Dead comic book. I thought it was great. You know, they did one story where he kind of like teamed up with Rick and they're fighting off the zombies in the cabin. And then there was the one story where they kind of like, after he left, you know, the colony, he was kind of out on his own. And I fond memories of there was the one scene where he's out scavenging for food and he finds like some old canned goods. And he's kind of happy to find them, but then later on, after he eats them, he's in he's in the bushes taking a crap because it gave him diarrhea. I don't know. There's something about this character that, you know, even though he was I don't want to say he's an anti-hero because he's clearly a villain. There's always something very charming and charismatic about the character. The action figure looks great. You know, even though it's a smaller scaled action figure, the sculpting and the detail is wonderful. The paint application is nice. He comes with Lucille, his trusty barbed wire bat that he named after his wife. Comes with a knife, and then there's also an iron. The iron, I kind of remember him using it, but I don't remember specifically from which issue. Nice, wonderful artwork by the series artist, Charlie Adlard. And over here, I don't know, not much going on here. So this was an exclusive figure. It says here it was a limited edition Negan action figure, removable knife and iron. So this came out back in 2013. So you're looking at something that's, wow, it's already 9 years old. So I don't recall what makes this an exclusive, because they did make the black and white figures. I'm guessing it was probably the blood splatter. And even though this is if it's a Skybound exclusive, I'm thinking it might have been either a direct market exclusive or possibly a con exclusive. I think. But either way, this is a wonderful figure. Just look at it. This really well done. It's funny, I started like recollecting these figures recently just because, you know, I haven't watched the show in a couple of seasons, but, you know, with this season being its last season, I was kind of like, you know what, I may as well get a couple of figs since you're going to be ending the show soon. But then lo and behold, they announced there's going to be a new series, and that's the new live action series from AMC is going to focus on Negan and Maggie as they travel through New York. So this is kind of timely in that sense. I'm kind of glad that they're still giving Jeffrey Dean Morgan some work and extending the life of the series. And I was really stoked just to find this figure. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Negan. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.